What's up, everybody? It's the Crown Priestess, and as promised, I am going to continue the channel conversation that we were having a few days ago. Because I didn't get to everything, it was a lot, and I didn't want the video to run too long, and bore the shit out of people because it gets it gets difficult to pay attention for a long time, and I know that for a lot of people. So okay, anyway, so I'm gonna jump right in with the first message, which was converting energies. Oh, not so. Okay, this is a conversion of energy because of connecting energy. Okay, so what I was seeing very vividly was like space. It's like I was in space. Okay, and there was a lot of activity with like the galaxies, like the stars, a lot of stars, asteroids, like just pieces of rock and debris and things that are constantly moving through space, um, combining with fire energy, like big supernovas, like similar to the sun. Stars are ideally novas, right? They are burning balls of energy, gas, fuel, whatever you want to call it. And I saw very vividly that these things were coming together and mutating into something very, very strong and higher frequencies. So some of you can be, this has a few messages attached to it. Some of you can be coming together with someone to work on a project, or maybe you're doing like coven work, okay? For lack of better words, you can be coming together with other priests, priestesses, witches, other people who are just spiritual and into, kind of the witchy ways and the old ways of doing things. Okay, I'm here old ways specifically. I think that's somebody's name as well on Instagram. That's actually very popular. You can follow that, or you can go to his page because there may be a message for you there. It's called The Old Ways, I believe. And what I was getting as well is like there is like a cosmic witch and a fire witch coming together to create some sort of extreme, like, I mean, this energy is very high frequency. It's very strong. It is very and it's like collaborative for a high purpose. Okay, like there's a big reason, there's an important reason why these energies are coming together. So maybe you are the cosmic witch, right? Like maybe you're into astrology and astronomy and the stars, and you use the moon phases and things of that nature to like do a lot of work. And someone else maybe is like a big fire witch that uses a lot of candle work, that works with the sun, that does sun magic and things of that nature. And you two are collaborating at this time. Okay, also this could be romantically, okay, that you and someone who have similar interests but different powers, right? Like, because that's what I'm getting, is that two energies that serve a different purpose are collaborating. And when this collaboration comes into play, it is mutating and birthing something great, like much greater, much higher frequency, much like, and this is going to be of great importance. Okay, I almost feel like to some degree this can really affect a large scale, like a worldly scale. To Okay, like, I don't know who about to change the world like that. That's fab, but it's like somebody's doing something that like no one's ever seen before, but it's a good thing, and it's going to really elevate the energies around you, around other people, and really influence and impact like on a big level. Okay, so that was really nice to see come together. So jumping into the next thing, I wanted to get into a twin flame. Okay, so I was channeling a lot about the twin flame collective right after that cosmic and fire sort of space little phenomenon that they showed me. So there's an enlightenment, and I think I said in my other message that the masculine was waking up to something. There's great enlightenment surrounding the twin flames right now, okay? Um, and also, there is great exposure around false twins, okay? Because I've said this many times. This term is overused, loosely used, and it's like it's abused to some degree. I feel this terminology of a twin flame. So people are coming into the understanding, better understanding of what this means, what this looks like, and being receptive and accepting that it's not, it may not be what you had thought it would be, okay, like some time ago. And so, because, the whole purpose, right, of a twin flame journey, the whole purpose of this union, right, these shared counterparts, these counterparts who share a soul, right, the whole idea of that is not for you, it is for the world, right? It's not, and this is what people this goes over their head because they want to use this as a reason to stay in really rough situations, to, you know, force themselves into relationships that are meant to separate, are meant to come apart. And really, what is doing ultimately is stunting your growth, ruining a lot of, like it's really breaking down the soul for a lot of people in a very negative way. And you're not accomplishing the purpose that you set out to accomplish, okay, like you're not getting done what you agreed to get done together in this space before you were born into this vessel. And so, there the enlightenment that's like the awakening right now is forcing you one of two things, right? Forcing a lot of you, especially masculine energies, I keep being drawn to the masculine. There's so much sun energy and like root and just fire, and there's a lot of masculine energy, okay? So what's being forced right now is the understanding of what it is you came here for, okay, and what it is that you are intended to accomplish with your twin or without this person that you assumed was your twin, okay. Now, for the twin flame collective, for those of you who are on the twin flame journey and you know this is your twin flame and you know you've done, your due diligence to understand what this is. Um, a lot of you are really mastering your individuality, okay, because that is a part of the journey, right? Being separate, okay? Runner, chaser, I hate the fucking terms of that, but we get it for lack of better use, lack of better words. But ideally, I think the separation between the two of you is now starting to really pick up its momentum. The progress is definitely visible at this point. There is a lot of growth. There is a lot of growth, a lot of change, a lot of maturity, okay, a lot of wisdom that has been unlocked on both your ends. And I think that you can even see this. Like if you're listening to me right now, you're on a twin flame journey and you're taking a look at yourself and where your twin flame is in life in comparison to the last year, 2 years, 5 years, you can see measurable growth. Like okay, we have come to a very different place. You and this person may have been at a point, I'm sure you have been at a point where you thought you fucking hated each other. Like really bad, really nasty. You was so hurt, you was so broken, everything was fucked up, and you just couldn't take it. Now I'll say this. Every twin flame contract is not romantic. So you can be a twin with a friend. You can be a twin with your mother. You can be a twin with your sister. And all the same, you would have gone through a time where you fucking hated each other. You didn't want to speak to this person. You didn't want to have nothing to do with them. But there has been a rehabilitation of soul here. In both of you individually during this separation, there has been major growth. And that is the point, okay? That is the point, is that You have to learn who you are, go through your dark shit, and, get your karma in line. And I have to do the same thing. And now we are in a place where we can start to come back together, right? And we can start to work together to do what it is that we are supposed to be doing for humanity. So there is a coming together of the Twin Flame Collective. I'm saying coming together. I don't want to say union because, again, everything is not romantic. Even if this was somebody that you were romantic with in the past, it does not mean that you're going to be romantic with them now. Okay? It can just mean that you both are in a place mature enough, wise enough, woke enough to now do the work that you were meant to do here together. Okay? Now I want to say this as well. If you come back with somebody who you think is your twin flame, and you think your purpose is to make a fucking OnlyFans together, or when I say that, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about no regular OnlyFans. Like, I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you think your purpose is to immediately have children and do all this jazz, and you have this ego behind anything that you're about to do, abort mission. Like, for real. You have not matured. You have not grown. That is not what this is for. You misunderstood the assignment. Just quit. Quit, fall out, whatever. Okay, in addition to that, it's probably not your twin. The idea of this union is that you both have to be in a space where, number one, you understand and accept each other in your entirety. Number two, you both can visibly see, notice, and appreciate the change, the growth, the whatever when you come back together. And three, you perform from an unconditional place, unconditional heart space, okay? That is the thing about twins. And that's the true thing about twins. It doesn't matter outside of physical abuse or any, abuse is abuse. But outside of the tough times, the hardships, the heartbreak, the pain, the confusion, the any time that you can recollect where this person damaged you, broke you, burned you in a way that it was like would seem unforgivable to other eyes. You understand? Would seem unforgiving to society, would seem unforgiving to your family, things like that. But it's not with you. And you feel like, damn, this person put me through a lot, but it does not affect how I love you. But that has to be mutual. It can't just be you. If it's just you, then again, probably not a twin. But if it is mutual, if you have both put each other in a place, because you will, even the one who gets hurt more, right? Even the chaser person, the submissive or the yin, whatever. Even that, like the person who got abused more, you still hurt the other person. I promise you. It's twin. You mirror each other. So just because it looks different, just because, you didn't necessarily physically do to this person what they physically did to you, it does not mean that their heart didn't break the same way. Okay? So, and this again, if was understood doesn't need to be explained. So if that's not the feeling attached to it, you are not on a twin flame journey. Okay. And I want to make it very clear, disclaimer, everybody does not have a twin. It is not as fucking common as people are trying to big it up to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so special. You understand? And this is a truly special union. And not to say it like that, because we all have gifts, we're all here for a purpose. But think of a twin flame union as fallen angels. And when I say fallen angels, I don't mean demons that chose to go against God. It's more so angels that were sent here, so to speak, right? Like they were paired where they were in a higher frequency, and now they were sent into this plane to elevate humanity. But they can only do that through having the human experience first, mastering the human experience individually, and then coming together to wake humanity up. You understand? Through whatever channel that was decided between these two counterparts and God. End of story. So it would not be so magical, so strong, so intense to feel. You understand? That's another thing. Everybody using the twin flame shit, and but they're the same people who are like, man, fuck love, man, da 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 da, like, oh, I don't believe in none of that shit, or I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, or they're like, you know, you, if that's how, if you can say those things and believe it, or feel, get into those places where you truly feel that way, there's no way, and I'm being real with you. There's no way that you're a twin, that you have a twin, that anything. You will have soulmates. You will have life partners. You will have those things. Yes, everybody has that. Everybody can come into that. Great. But a twin is a very unique and important mission. Is a very unique and important mission. So if you do not have those things that I explained, the unconditional love, the absolute appreciation, the absolute understanding of one each other, forget it. It's not your story, okay? Moving forward. There is a drain and release process going on right now. Okay, that's to piggyback off the twin shit. And I love how these messages all kind of go together, from the cosmic and the fire witch to the twin flame journey to now drain and release. I literally had a spell of small abscess, right? Like, it were only like 3 of them, but I had them for a while. And it took a while for these things to drain. And for me to, I didn't get sick. I didn't get feverish or anything like that. But it took a while before they were able to fully come out of my body, right? One was here. This is a scar from one that I had, right? And then I had like 2 more. But the process put me into perspective for the spiritual message behind it. There is something that has been trying to infect you, okay, in your soul. There's something that has been trying to invade your mind, your body, and your soul. And so some of you are having to get extra diligent with your protection work, protection spells, etc., your daily affirmations, your prayers, however you live your life, however you communicate with the divine, I don't care. But it needs to get stronger. It needs to get more consistent, and it needs to be effortless. Like, this needs to be a second nature thing. I think that a lot of times we don't realize how much protection we need. Okay, like we take it not for granted, maybe for granted to some degree, but we're very oblivious to the things that can attack us. Now, I'm not telling you to live in a lack mindset where you're scared as shit every damn day and you feel like you can't walk outside or you're gonna die. No, we don't live in paranoia. That's not high frequency shit. However, living in this mid-ass frequency and the way the world is set up, especially at these times, because of all the awakenings, because of all the shit that's just going on right now on a global level, it is important that you are shielding yourself, right? You wouldn't walk outside without clothes. Some people do, but there's communities for that. But for example, why do we really wear clothes? It's not because, it's not because we want to look good. I get it. It's not because we don't want to be naked or whatever the fuck the story tells you. It's for protection, right? If it's raining outside, what have we invented? Umbrellas, raincoats, because it's not always to be walking through the rain. Why? Yes, we can love the rain. I can walk freely in the rain. It won't hurt me, but I might come up with a cold and now I'm in the bed for 3 days, right? So why did they invent shoes? Because the fucking floor is dirty. We're not walking on the grass and on the beaches and on the ocean floor where things are nice and clean. We're walking through civilizations, communities, cities, and there's garbage and there's germs and there's all that stuff. So you wear it for protection, okay, right? The sun, if it's 96 degrees outside and the UVs are at an all time high, what are you going to do? You're going to put on clothes. You're going to put on sunscreen. You're not going to walk outside naked and burn your skin to death. So, again, there is a big message behind you having to protect yourself because something, someone, some being is trying to infect you. Now, on a big scale, have y'all peeped the air quality lately? They're trying to infect us with something. Okay? Now, this is just talking for body right now, which your body is your temple. Yes, you're having a human experience. You might not even be here for real. Like, you're not from here for real. You weren't born a human in your first life. I get it, but you have a human body that you still have to maintain. If if you're going to complete anything in this realm. So, take care of your bodies, protect yourselves, do what you got to do with that stuff. But protect your energy, protect your spirits, protect your mental, because some of you are going batshit crazy. You've been going batshit crazy. You've been snapping at motherfuckers. You've been crying out of nowhere, or just really like a nasty attitude. And it's because somebody is invading your thoughts. Someone is invading your space. Someone is trying to poison you, okay? And there's a big, like, I see the big skull, something with this face, with the, the bone shit. It's like, this is deathly. This is deathly. It's poison to your body. So the idea of drain and release with these abscess, like I was explaining to you, is that slowly but surely your ancestors, your spirit guides have been trying to drain this poison from your body, but it's not enough alone. And that is why it is important for you to get on a level where you are helping them to get rid of this, because spiritually they can help you, but your body is yours. So you have to help your body. You have to help your head. And they can help you with the wisdom for that, but you need to ask for it. And a lot of you are waking up to it, because I got that message that you're understanding, like, something's not right with me. Like, something is like, this is not mine. And that's exactly it. It's not yours. This is some other thing trying to infect you, trying to poison you, trying to ultimately get rid of you. Okay? You'll know what that is for your life. You'll know what part of your life it applies to, but it is important that you are protecting yourself. Okay, you're letting these things go. You have to let these things go. You have to cut them off. You have to cut out the cancer. Okay, that might be real for somebody, like quite literally you're having a tumor or something removed. Please, I can only spiritually advise, please help yourselves by listening. Okay, listening to your body, listening to your mind. These things are not yours to hold on to. All right. So that ends the spiritual conversation, the channeled conversation that I had. I'm just going to pull a quick spread for y'all that perhaps gives a collective advice. Sorry. And that's all she wrote, okay? Ciao. What advice do you have for these people, Spirit? What advice do you have for these people? Closing. Exactly. It's that slow burn. I'm telling you, whatever it is that is, using my abscesses again as it's healed now. You can see the scar, but it's healed. Whatever it is that's like slowly falling out, you need to You need to shove it out now. Like it's because it's starting to spread. It's starting to spread. And so it's important that you are cutting out this poison, cutting out this cancer, cutting out this bullshit. It needs to be released. It needs to be let go of. It's been too long. And that's the thing. Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Something has literally been like it's you know that this is bad. You know what it is. Whatever it is, you know what it is. I don't care if it's something as simple as stop smoking cigarettes. I know I triggered several people just now when I said that. Because y'all like, I ain't stop. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That shit is killing you. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about no cigarette company. Fuck y'all. This shit is killing you. You understand? Like, it's not good. So it is important. Your advice is to kill this poison. Get ahead of this because it's festering, it's spreading, and it's had slow progress up to now, but it's picking up momentum, all right? And it is imperative that this is done now. If this is not done now, the consequences can be dire, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. But there is an opportunity here. Spirit is giving you a window of opportunity to learn, okay? To learn for the last time for some of you is what I'm hearing. Like you gonna learn today. Like we've been saying this, but you gonna learn today that this is a no-go, is no more or else, okay? Is or else is what is given. So that is your advice. Get rid of whatever it is that you need to get rid of, okay? And I don't know why I'm still shuffling. They got something else to say. There's too many. They got something else to say. I'm still shuffling. They want to. There's a lot. Okay. Oh, there it goes. There goes the union that I spoke of earlier. For some of y'all, it's look single, nice and free by yourself on the bottom. For some of y'all, it's releasing a person. You don't want to hear that, but you have to. You have to, because this love and this looks like this love, whatever it is it's love, but it's not so healthy. This is like, this has to come away. And I feel like for some of you is because it's about to come back. Like you've already been away from this, but it's about to come back. And Spirit is saying choose new, okay? Like choose new, choose freedom, because you know better. You know better. You know better, okay? And if you know better, you do better, and that's the thing. You're not held accountable. You're fine. You're not held accountable for what you don't know. But if you do know something and you continuously go down that path knowing that it's not aligned, I mean, for real, Spirit is handing out a lot of ass whoopings. So it's like, don't get beat. That's kind of what they're giving. Like, yo, you know this already. Like, I already told you this. You really want me to take my belt off? That's what it's giving. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. And I'm sending y'all love, light, and abundance.